We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Are you able to see my slide right now?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hi, sir.
Okay, so today we are starting. Okay, thank you. Today we are starting with a new chapter. That is chapter number 17, telephony and SMS. That is the second last chapter in our syllabus. We have hardly 3 to 4 days, or you can say 3 to 4 lectures are there to complete our theory lectures. Then we start with practicals, right? Okay, so 3 topics are there: hardware support and telephony, using telephony API, and introduction of SMS and MMS. That we are going to discuss today. First thing, right, you can see that now a variety of Android devices are available in market, and when the trend of Wi-Fi only Android devices, you cannot longer assume that each and every device have telephony features, right? You need to check that whether your Android device have telephony feature or not. Like say that if you assume the mobile, right, that always have the telephony features, but there are so many Wi-Fi tablets are there, they are not providing the calling facility. There are 2 categories in that kind of tablets: calling tablets and non-calling tablets. That is the Wi-Fi only tablet. So when you write any coding that is specific to the telephony API, you better sure that that feature is available in your platform. So to do that thing, we are discussing these topics, right? So first thing, on Play Store you can write one setting in Android manifest files that will give the instruction to the Play Store that this application is used the feature of telephony API. So if non-telephony API or only Wi-Fi Android devices are trying to search those applications, then these applications will not display in searching list. So how to do this thing? So that have one feature that specify use feature, where we are specifying that android.hardware.telephony and required is equal to true. So what we are saying, this feature we need to write in an Android manifest file of our application when we are writing code for the telephony API. So it will give instruction that only those devices can use my application that have the telephony device or the hardware, right? So that is the first way that how we can utilize the search feature that will list your device to only list your application to only those devices that have the telephony hardware. Now another thing, checking for the telephony hardware, that which type of hardware they are using. They are using the CDMA phone or the GSM phone or the SIP phone, right? So first we need to check that which kind of feature is available on that phone, right? nowadays you all know, right, we have 2 or 3 SIM phones are available. So maybe one phone is from the GSM and one is the CDMA, or both are the GSM, right? Functionalities are there. One is the 3G and another is the 4G cards are there, right? So how we can determine or how we can check that which type of feature is supported by your device? So right now on your screen that we are checking that that phone have telephony feature. So just see, we utilize the object of package manager PM. So how we can create the object of it? Package manager PM equal to get package manager. It will provide you the object of package manager. Now PM dot has system feature, that is the method. The package manager's method has system feature is the method in that you can pass the constant and it will say that that particular feature is available in your package manager or not. So it will return true and false. If it written true, that means you have that particular feature on your device. Otherwise, if it return false, right, that feature is not there. So just see, first time we are passing feature telephone. If true, your device support the telephony feature. Then we are becoming the specific that in telephony CDMA is there. Then written true, that GSM support is there. Then sorry, if CDMA is there, then it will support the CDMA, and for GSM it should support the GSM. Just see that I have just make a mistake to creating that variable name. In CDMA we should write CDMA, and for GSM it should be GSM. That the minor mistakes I have done, better you just update it. Nothing wrong in coding, but conventions are not followed, right? So here we are just checking that we have feature of telephony.cdma or the GSM. It will return true and false with the help of has system feature method. Another thing, that using telephony, that we can do certain tasks, like say that almost telephony devices, like say that the mobile have they have the pre-installed features of the telephony, like say that dialer is there, contact book is there, you can uh, dial a call or initiate a call, or you can see the detail of your contact, right? All these possibilities are there. But consider that if you want to create your own dialer and you want to intercept the underlying telephony hijack that make it possible to create your own dialer, then how to do this that thing, how to integrate the call handling, and how you can monitor the state of your device, right? So how this thing is possible. So we already learned one exercise in GTU practical list, that is exercise number 3 or 4, right? That how to dial phone calls, right? Or how to dial number. So at that time we utilize the implicit intent. We use start activity and we pass the instance of the intent. So action dial that we provided, and in URI pass we are utilizing the TEL, that is the prefix, or you can say the protocol, or you can say the schema type, and then we pass the mobile number, right? So it will dial that particular number. Now what to do with the replacing the native dialer? So two things need to be done, or two steps are involved to just replace your dialer. That is, first thing, intercept the intent service by native dialer. Whatever the like say that you call, you want to initiate calls, or you click on that phone dialog or the physical hardware call button you have clicked, right? So at that time our application should be initiate, not the native one, right? So that thing we need to do and initiate and manage the outgoing call. So that task we should perform. So how we can do this thing? So let's see. First one, how we can replace the native dialer. So we need to write intent filters for our application. that have the certain actions that need to be initiate or to specify this thing in a intent filter. So if that kind of action is done, so our activity call, not the native one. So intent dot action underscore call button. Sorry. So three actions are there that give me 2 minutes. Hello. Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so three type of intent filter that you need to specify in your Android manifest file. First, let's see that what is the use of that intent filter. Then we will see that how we can specify this thing in your manifest file, right? So first one, that is intent dot action underscore call button. So when you press physical call button or the green button you are getting in physical keyboard you have in Android phone, right? So basically this intent action will initiate. Another thing, that is action dial, right? Once you have dialed your numbers and you are initiating the call with that call icon, that action is action underscore dial. So it will actually initiate the phone call. And another one, that is the action underscore view. If you view, if you wish to view a piece of data related to that particular contact, right? Or you can utilize that action underscore view to any kind of data in Android, like say that you want to view the web page or you want to view the telephone number or any content at that time you can utilize this thing. So these are the three major actions that you need to specify in your Android manifest file when you are registering your activity, right? So you may able to replace your dialer. Why we have a requirement to replace dialer, that you need to learn to, like say that in our home we have the elder family members, right? So they may have problem to view that tiny numbers, right, that is given on dialer. Or say that some illiterate peoples are there and they do not make out the calls. So what you can do, you can create your own application. When that call button is clicked, you may display the gallery where the picture of your family members can display. And when you click on that particular picture, it will automatically dial the number that is associated with that particular image. So that kind of application that you can create for your elder members, right, that is available in your family. So many type of use that you can do to generate the custom dialers for your phones, right, with the different theming that you can apply, or whatever the specific use you have in your application. But these three actions that we need to take care, that we can utilize to replace our dialer. Okay, now just see that how we can specify this thing in an intent filter. Here just see that we want to register one activity, that is my dialer activity. Right? This is the activity that is going to be replace the native dialer of Android app, Android phone or the Android operating system. So when a physical button of call is click or press, right, this activity will come. So how this activity will come? For that particular purpose, we have specified two group of intent filter. First one for the call button, and we have make it default, right? That means whenever the call button is called, by default my activity is called. Another group that we have specified, that if user wish to view data, they want to dial a number, or they want to browse the contact, by default this activity need to be offered. So two type of intent filter group that we have specified to register this particular activity, right? So how you can replace your on activity, how you replace the dialer activity with your on activity, that is possible by doing certain changes in your Android manifest file. Always remember, again, you require a permission in Android manifest file, that is the call font. Otherwise, it will give you the error. And as you all know, nowadays runtime permission need to be asked after the marshmallow. So runtime you need to ask for this permission to, otherwise it will give error. Any doubt in this stuff? Okay. Hello.
No, sir.
ઓકે સ્ક્રીન પ્રોપરલી દેખાય છે અને મારો વોઇસ આવે છે ને પ્રોપરલી?
Ha, sir.
हाँ सर.
Okay. Now another thing that we have in this particular chapter, that accessing the telephony properties and phone state. Okay. That means once you retrieve the telephony service from your device by using the get system service, then you need to cast it in a telephony manager. So it will give you the object of telephony manager. Here I want to say one thing, right? Just focus on these two lines, that how we are creating the object of telephony manager. Because after this slide, right, each and every slide that will use this telephony manager object, and we are not going to create that object on each and every slide, right? After this slide, almost 20 slides are there that are using the same object. So if you find any difficulty that how to create telephony manager, please ask. It is not a different thing, right? We are usually do this task many times, previous series of lecture, that getting the system service and we are converting into the targeted one. We have already used with the inflator services, or you can say the music services, right? All these things that we have already utilized. So here we are getting the another reference for the telephony manager. So get system service, we pass the service name, that is the context.telephony services, and we are casting it into the telephony manager. That's the object of telephony manager. Now with the help of telephony manager, you can directly access a phone property that include the information related to your device, information related to your network, then information related to the SIM card that you are using. The full form of that is subscriber identity module, and data state detail. That means mobile data is on, off, you are connected, you are downloading, or you are uploading, or you are not doing anything, right? that kind of things that you can check with the help of telephony manager. So let's take all these things in detail. First one, we want to read the phone device detail. Okay, so using telephone manager you can obtain that phone type, that is whatever the type of your phone that you are using, like your phone is GSM or the CDMA or the SIP based, right? GSM means what? Global system for mobile. CDMA, code division multiple access, and SIP, that is what? Session initiated protocol, right? Like you are using the Skype and all internet based calling mechanism, right? That comes under the SIP. Using a unique ID that allocated to the SIM that you are using, that is the IMEI number, right? Then, or you can say that MEI ID, right? So mobile equipment identification number or international mobile equipment identification, right? That is the full form of these two things that you can utilize, or the which software you are using, or the what mobile number you are using, right? All this kind of information that you can get with the help of this thing, telephony manager. So let's start the reading the phone device detail. So just see, we are utilizing telephony manager dot get phone type. So it will return the a constant in the way of phone type that we can pass in a switch case, and we will check or we will compare that return type or the return integer constant with the available telephony manager constant. So if that phone type is equal to telephony manager dot phone underscore type CDMA, then we are storing this thing CDMA into our string variable. Or whatever the thing you want to do, that you can do right here. Here we are just identifying that which type of phone you are using. So in first case, that if that type is CDMA, we are using CDMA. If type is GSM, we are using GSM. If initiated protocol we are using, then our phone is the SIP based, or say its type is none, right? That means we are not using any kind of telephony over there. So we are comparing this thing. We are comparing that thing with the help of the telephony manager dot get type, right? It will return that type, and we are checking that which type of telephony feature we are using in our phone. Now another thing, that how you can get the other information. But to do all these things, you need to give one permission in your Android manifest file, that is read phone state. Otherwise, again, it will raise error. So don't forget to put this permission in your Android manifest file. Okay, now we are getting three more details with the help of telephone manager. First one is the device ID. The device ID, that means it will give you the IMEI number, or you can say the MEI number for CDMA. If you are using the GSM, it will return the IMEI number. If you are using the CDMA, it will give you the MEID. Both have the unique concept that will uniquely identify your device within a network, right? International Mobile Equipment Identification Number, that is the full form of IMEI, and Mobile Equipment Identification, right? That is the full form of MEID, right? I have already given the full form of GSM and CDMA, Global System for Mobile and Code Division Multiple Access. Why I am repeating all these full form? Because it may ask you in 1 mark or 2 marks. And one more information I would like to share with you, right? By seeing the current scenario, it might possible that after 1 month, when vacation is reopened, right, they may ask the entire exam on OMR based questions. It might possible, right? It might possible that kind of rumors are just going on in the universities, right? So you better prepare for the this 1 marks questions, right, or the option based questions that you can utilize, right? So for each chapter you should focus on this kind of short questions. Okay, now let's say that how we can get the device ID. So our method is get device ID. It will provide you that IMEI number if you are using the GSM. Otherwise, it will give you the MEID in case of you are using the CDMA phone. Then it will give you the device software version with the help of the telephony manager dot that get device software version. So it will give you the OS version number, right? That what we are using to deal with this thing. Then a telephony manager dot get line 1 number, that will give you the phone number, a first SIM number. If you wish to get the second number, then line 2 that can be utilized. So this is what how we can read the device detail. Another thing that how to get the information related to the network. Okay, so which kind of information that we can get that used by telephony or the network that is used by telephony. So you can get the mobile country code, or you can say the mobile network code, MCC, that is mobile country code, plus MNC, that is the mobile network code, or the country ISO code, or network operator name, or the type of network that you are connected, right? That these are the method that you can utilize. Like say that if you wish to retrieve the first information, mobile country code, so that information that you can get using this method, get network operator. Another one, that country ISO code, then get network country ISO, then network operator name, right? That is the get network operator name, and network type, get network type. This is the method that are just the getter method. Simple to you can feel that simple English words are there, right? They have combined this thing to create the method, so it's too easy to remember, right? Okay, now example of this thing, that how we can get this kind of information. So first thing, to get the ISO code of network country, so telephony manager dot get network country ISO, that is the method that we are utilizing. Then if you wish the network operator name, that ID will be provided with the help of telephony manager dot get network operator name. So it will give you in the case of the MCC plus MNC, mobile country code and mobile network code. Another thing, network operator name, right? So that you can get with the get network operator name. So it will give you the operator name, right, which provide you the network, that is the Jio, Airtel, Idea, that is kind of things, right, that will provide. Then the network type, which type of network you are connected, either you are using the CDMA phones, or the GPRS you are using, or you are using 3G service, or you are using the 4G service, right? So that type can be retrieved using telephony manager dot get type. Again, it will return the constant in the form of integer. Here we are passing it into the switch case, or you, if you wish to utilize the if else later, you can also utilize that thing. So just see that if that network type that is written, it is equal to telephony manager dot network type is CDMA, that means you are using CDMA network. If it is GPRS, then you are using the GPRS uh, network, right? If you are using the edge, right, 3G service, that you are using the HSPA, that means 4G service that you are using. And if network type is unknown, right, you are not able to retrieve that which type of network you are using. Basically, this kind of things is happen when you are using the SIP based networks. So this is the way that how you can utilize all kind of information on the base of telephony manager. Do you have any doubt in this thing? You need to write this code in your activity and check that whether you are getting proper information or not. Another thing, that reading the SIM detail, right? Subscriber identity module, that is what SIM is. So that we want to check that if user has added SIM or not, right? Network is logged or not, network is non or not, it is ready or not, right? So this kind of things that we can utilize. So that SIM state, right, we need to pass over that. So GSM phone that allow you to get the SIM state, okay, so that we can retry. Now that can be compared with the constant telephony manager dot sim underscore state dot absent. That means user have not add SIM into phone. If network is locked, right, user has maybe not paid the say the amount or any proper plan is not there, so user is not able to use the network. Then unknown network, right, that they are not getting the proper network, that SIM is registered for that particular network, right? So unknown networks are there, and ready, everything is fine. As your SIM is getting the proper network, so you can do the proper normal service with your subscriber. So let's see that how we can get the SIM country ISO, that like say that SIM is issued by in many countries, like that the Indian SIM is there, or Pakistani SIM is there, or the Bangladeshi SIM is there, right? So you can retrieve the SIM country, telephony manager dot get SIM country ISO. Then SIM operator code, right? So that we are getting the MCC or MNC detail. So SIM network information that can be retrieved with the help of this thing, get SIM operator. Then the actual SIM company name that you can got, the SIM operator name, right? So that will give you the SIM operator name that will provide like the Geo or Airtel or something like that. For this thing, right? Hello,
Sir?
hello, yes,
Hello, Vipin sir.
yes,
સર
yes. Ask me your question.
તમારો
I'm listening.
થોડોક વોઇસ છે ને સ્લો આવે છે ધીરો.
વોઇસ ધીરો આવે છે. હવે આવે છે બરાબર?
હા
હેલો.
નહીં હજી ધીમો ધીમો આવે છે એટલે બધાને પૂછી જો બરાબર બરાબર જેવું ખાલી છે.
ઓકે. બીજા બધા પાર્ટિસિપેટ્સ જે છે એ પ્લીઝ રિસ્પોન્ડ કરો. તમને મારો વોઇસ પ્રોપરલી આવે છે કે સ્લો આવે છે?
હા
બરોબર આવે છે વોઇસ?
હા સર
ઓકે, તો આઈ થિંક કૃતિને કોને ક્વેશ્ચન મને પૂછ્યો હમણાં? તમારું નેટવર્ક કનેક્શન
નહીં
છે
ચાંદની
હા ચાંદની, તમારો નેટવર્ક કનેક્શન જે છે ને મે બી પુઅર હશે, કારણ કે તમારો વોઇસ બી છે ને રોકાતા રોકાતા આવે છે. બરાબર, તો તમે એવું બની શકે કે જ્યારે સારું નેટવર્ક,
હા
ઓકે, પ્રોપર નેટવર્કમાં આવો ને ત્યારે જે આપણું રેકોર્ડિંગ થયેલું છે ને એ તમે સાંભળશો તો તમને વ્યવસ્થિત સમજાશે. ઓકે,
હા સર
કારણ કે આ સાઈડ તો કોઈ પ્રોબ્લેમ નથી. બીજા કોઈ સ્ટુડન્ટ્સ ને પ્રોબ્લેમ થાય છે તો કયો મને.
ના
જે
સર
લોકો
બરાબર આવે
નેટવર્ક
છે
પ્રોબ્લેમ,
વોઇસ તમારો.
ઓકે, એટલે ખંભાળિયા સુધી પહોંચી ગયો તો જામનગરમાં તો બરોબર જ હોય. બરાબર ને ભૂમિકા ને? પછી આપડા ઉનગર ક્યાં છે? સુરત કે જામનગરમાં?
ઈ જામનગરમાં સર.
જામનગરમાં જ છે. અચ્છા, ઓકે,
હા
ઓકે ઓકે, ચાલો એ સારું છે, સેફ છો તમે. મોદી સાહેબ અત્યારે લેક્ચર દે છે કઈક નીચે, ખબર નહીં હવે લોકડાઉન આપણે ખોલી દઈએ છે કે નહીં. ઓકે, લેટ્સ સ્ટાર્ટ.
સુધી થઈ ગયું.
નથી બેટા, તારો અવાજ જ ક્લિયર નથી આવતો, ફરીથી બોલ જોઈએ.
એ સર તમે હમણાં લોકડાઉન નું કીધું ને એટલે એવું કહું છું કે 3 સુધીનું થઈ ગયું, 3 સુધીનું.
કાઈ નથી સંભળાતું.
ઈ
તારો
એમ
નેટવર્ક
કહે છે
પ્રોબ્લેમ
લોકડાઉન
બહુ
વધી ગયું સર.
વધી ગયું.
હા 3 મે
3
સુધી.
મે સુધી.
હા 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 હા. સારું લ્યો. આપણે તો 1 મહિનાનું વેકેશન પડ્યું, ઈ તો ખબર છે ને બધાને?
હા
હા સર, જોશી
હા
સરે
સર.
કીધું.
જોશી સરે કીધું ને? હા, તો ઠીક. મારા પહેલા જ જોશી હોય એટલે મારે કઈ કહેવાની જરૂર પડે ને. હવે આપણે 4 લેક્ચર છે, 3-4 લેક્ચર પછી આપણો સિલેબસ જે છે ને એન્ડ્રોઈડ નો કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ જશે. પછી રોજ આપણે એક બે એક્ઝામ્પલ જે છે ને એ કરશું, બરાબર? Okay, so should I start with the next topic?
હા સર.
Okay, sure. So how you can get the SIM related information that we have just seen. Last line that we have remained, right? That is how you can get SIM serial number. So this is a normal method, right, that will allow you to get the serial number of SIM. But to get all this kind of information, don't forget to give permission, that is ring_phone_state, that you have to give. Okay. Another one, reading data connection and transfer state detail. How you can get this kind of details. So again, we can get this information with the help of telephony manager. Telephony manager dot get data activity. Okay, and another is the data state. What is going on data activity and what is the state of data, that both we are getting with this method, get data activity and get data state. Let's see the first switch case where we are observing the data activity. So there are 4 constants are there. If it written that telephony manager dot data activity underscore in, that means we are downloading data, out means we are uploading it, in out we are doing the both thing, input and output. That means downloading and uploading, and none, that means we are not using data. So that is the thing that how we can observe it. And you just see that we have specified the case. So in between that case and this break, within that you can write your own stuff, that whatever you want to do, like say that you want to update the text view or the edit text, or you need to give the alert message or the notification, or whatever the thing, like if data in is going on, you want to update your database, or whatever your task you want to do, you can do right there. So we are just providing the skeleton on slide. You can replace your own task with right here between those cases. Okay, so that is that how you can trace the data activity. Now another thing, that is the data state. So in data state, just see that get data state will return that particular constant, and again we have the 4 constant that to observe that what is going on with the data state. So mobile data is connected. If it written data underscore connected, it is connecting, right? It is not connected, but it is trying to connecting, then it will return the data underscore connecting. Disconnected, once you disconnect your connection, at that time this will fall, data is suspended, right? If your plan is just over, or you have not paid, or the subscribe the valid data pack of your company, at that time this particular thing will be written. Okay, so this is that how you can read the data connection and transfer state information. Another one, that how to monitor the changes that happen in your phone state using phone state listener. Okay, So when your phone state is changed, then you can listen all those changes, and to read those changes we need to specify one permission in your Android manifest file, that is android.permission.read underscore phone underscore state. Which kind of thing that you can check using this listener? So that is that you can change the listen call state or the call forwarding indicator, cell location change, data activity, data connection state, or say message waiting indicator, or a service state change, or just a single signal strengthen, right? So these kind of things like that you can observe. How you can observe these things? So for that you need to create a new class that implement the phone state listener. Okay, so just see that we need to create this thing, and then we need to implement this listener. Okay, phone state listener, and uh, that will allow you to monitor and respond to the phone state change event, including ringing or the off hook or so on, right? તમે ફોન ડાયલ કરતા હો તો એ સામે રિંગ થતો હોય, તમે હુક ઓફ એટલે કે તમે ફિક્સ કર્યો હોય, એવા બધા સ્ટેટ ચેન્જ કરી શકો. Cell location change, if you roaming around in one cell area, one network mode માંથી બીજા network mode માં જાઓ, right? That is going to be observed right there in cell location change. Cell means what, right? One area of one mobile tower, right? That is what the cell location. Cell એટલે cell phone તમારો જે છે અને એ નેટવર્ક એરિયાની અંદર તમે રોમિંગ કરતા હો તો એક નેટવર્ક ટાવર માંથી બીજા નેટવર્ક ટાવર માં તમે જમ્પ કરો, that information is again obtained. Then voicemail and call forwarding status and just see the phone services, all these things, right, are individual constants are there. You can observe all things, or if you wish to observe only one, that you can do. How you can do these things? So you need to register the listener. How you can register it? So telephony manager dot listen. This is the method. Telephony manager dot listen. Now you need to pass the phone state listener, right? That is the class, right? Just see, create a new class, then that implement that phone state listener. So that class object we need to pass, and then you need to pass this constant, that which kind of facility you want to observe. Here to just showcase you that which type of details that you can listen. I have added so many listeners in one listen method, right? But always be sure that which type of information you want to listen, only those constant you. If you require two or more, you can add this thing using this or the pipeline operator. Okay, so this is the way that how you can register the phone listener. Another thing that how you can unregister it. તમે એકવાર રજીસ્ટર કરી લીધું પછી તમારે unregister કરવું. So how you can do this thing? So unregistered listener, that is possible using telephony manager. Again, you need to utilize the listen method and the same object of that particular class, and you need to call or specify one constant, that is phone state listener dot listen underscore none. So it will not listen anything over there. Okay, now we will see in upcoming slides one by one detail of each listener. Let's see the first one first, that monitoring the incoming phone calls, right? Say we are assuming that somebody is calling to your phone, right? Say if I dial the number of Bhargav, right? So Bhargav will receive an incoming call. So first time it is ringing, then Bhargav decide whether to pick up my call or not. If it pick up, then state off hook will call, and when it cut, right, his phone will again become the idle, right? So these are the three states that you can observe by registering that listeners to that. So how we can do this thing? Okay, let's see that phone. We are creating our class phone state listener. Phone state listener equal to new phone state listener. Just see that new object that we are creating for the phone state listener. Within that, it give you one method, that is on call state chain, that have two parameter, a state of your phone and incoming number. So we are passing that state in a switch case. If case is telephony manager dot call state underscore ideal, your phone is in ideal state, it is not ringing or you are not talking with anybody person, right? So that is the ideal state. And another thing, call underscore state underscore off, that means you have received the receiver. So that means you are talking to somebody, right? So that is the thing. And telephone manager dot call underscore state underscore ringing, that some incoming call is coming. Now you need to respond that whether you want to pick up that phone or not, right? So that you can specify, right? So here just see that we are again creating one string message where we utilize the incoming phone number. So when ringing happens to your phone, right, which number is calling to you, that can be displayed, right? So that on which state you are, that we are storing into a one string, that is call state string. Once this switch case is over, we do a toast message where we are just showing that particular string. Whatever your current state is there, according to that variable is updated, and finally it will show over there. So if phone is in ringing state, it will give you in a toast message that this number is calling to you. Otherwise it will say that you have pick up the phone, so output will be there, or it is in ideal state. Once you end your call, it will give you that ideal toast message. So how you are creating the object of call state listener? Finally, you need to register it with the telephony manager. So telephony manager dot listen object of phone state listener, that we are passing first, and another thing that the constant, that what we want to listen. So it's a constant we have just seen in our previous slide, right? So that we are starting for listen call states. Just see that we are specifying right here. So how you can do this thing that we are saying? Any doubt in this thing? Because similar kind of this thing that we need to discuss in upcoming topics. Okay, let's see the next one. Tracing the cell location chain, right? If you are moving from one location to the another location, that can be identified using your cell location. So for that you need to create the object of cell location listener. Again, that is the object of which thing? Phone state listener. We are creating the new phone state listener. Again, just see, these are the template code. Same way we are creating, but underlying method are changed. Here a method is call state chain, but in this thing it is on cell location chain. So which type of phone network you are using, whether you are using the GSM cell location or the CDMA cell location, according to that it will provide the information. So first we need to put the if condition to identify that which type of instance it return. So it will return you, it will give you one function parameter, that is the cell location. So according to the type of which network you are using, right, you need to retrieve this thing. So just see, we are checking location instance of GSM cell location. That means if this location object is an instance of GSM cell location, we need to convert or the typecast that location object into the GSM cell location. Okay, so just see, we have created the object of GSM cell location and they are casting this thing to that. So now from this object we can read on which cell area you are moving, that we can trace it out, right? So it will give you these cell ID numbers that we are doing just a toast here. But if we are using, say, the CDMA network, so what happens? Our location is an instance of CDMA cell location. So again, we need to cast this location into the CDMA cell location object. Once it is there, right? So here what happens? You can get the latitude and longitude information. But in the case of GSM, you can just get the your CID number, that is the cell identification number that you can get. So to CDMA will give you some more information. So we are just collecting it into a one string. That's why we have created string builder class, and we will add all this information. So what kind of information we are getting? That is the base station ID, that in which mobile area you are roaming. So that mobile station number that is given, that base station ID number is given. Then again we add the new line and the red character, that at which particular latitude and longitude you are roaming, right? So that we are getting with the CDMA location dot guess base station latitude and longitude. Again, once your string is ready, that we can utilize here in our toss the thing. So in this way, you can identify this cell location chain. So when this thing is going to be triggered, when you change the network from one tower to the another tower, it will give you this tossed message, right? Now you are using this particular network tower. Okay. How to register this thing? Telephony manager dot listen. Again, the object of this phone state listener that we need to pass as a pass parameter, and another thing, that's a constant to listen our phone state, right? So phone state listener dot listen cell location, right? So this is the another way that how you can check cell location check. Now another thing, how you can trace the services check on service state change, right? So that you can do this thing. So here two methods are there: on service state change, where you can handle this thing, and get state change, that will give you the current service state. So that may be state in service, so normal phone service is available. State emergency service only, so you can dial only emergency numbers. Out of service, cell service is not available, so you are not able to do a call. Or state power off, right? Your phone radio is turned off, that means you are in a aeroplane mode. So that state you can identify with this feature. So just see, we are creating another phone state listener with the object of phone state listener that we have created, that is service state listener. Now it will provide you that method we have discussed in a previous slide, on service state check, and it will give you one parameter, service state. So that service state we can pass in a if condition or in a switch case to identify that in which state you are. So just say we are checking that service state dot get state is exactly equal to service state state in service. That means your phone is in service, so you can utilize the normal service available into that. So we are getting some of the information from the your service state. Just see, string toss state operator is service state, right? That we are getting from here. Get operator alpha long format, right? So it will give you the current register operator name in long alphanumerical format, right? Operator name, right? That will provide you the operator that your mobile is using or your phone is using, that is going to be retrieved. And finally, how you can register this thing? So telephone manager dot, right, that is the method, and the same way we need to pass the object of it, and phone state listener dot service state that we are passing. So similar way to get the different kind of information from here. Okay, now another topic that we will discuss in our next lecture, that monitoring the data activity and data transfer state check. So today we just conclude till here, tracking service chat, right? If you have any doubt, you can ask your question. Otherwise, I will take the attendance and we can conclude our today's session. Do you have any doubt? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, so switch off your audios, please. Please switch off your audios. When I take your name, you need to just say the yes, sir. Okay? Then I will register your name in my notepad and then we will update that attendance. Okay? So, first one, that is Bambhaniya Chandni.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Chowda Sagar.
Yes, sir.
Riddhi. Chaya Riddhi.
Yes, sir.
Vinita.
Yes, sir.
Bhargav. Bhargav is there?
Yes, sir. Present, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Rekha. Lilapara Rekha.
Yes, sir.
Anvi.
Yes, sir.
Maitri.
Yes, sir.
Sachin. Nanda Sachin.
Yes, sir.
Bhumika.
Yes, sir.
Nirali.
Yes, sir.
Sonali.
Yes, sir.
Charmi.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Meghavi.
Yes, sir.
Divya.
Yes, sir.
Virani Nimisa is there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. If you have doubt, you can ask, and if you wish to see the recording of this thing, you will get once I end this meeting, right? I have recorded it. Okay. Thank you so much for today. We will see you again on tomorrow. Bye.